Hey everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Abby with Abby Reviews, and this is going to be my review and recap for Real World Homecoming, episode number 7, Fight or Flight, part 1. Now, we know I'm not feeling well because look at me. So, and I feel like I'm dressed appropriately for this for what is about to happen in this episode. I feel like this is when Tammy and Dave, this is where we take the left turn with David. I really feel like, we've been skating, we've been teetering with David, but I really feel like this is where the left turn comes in, and I am dressed appropriately in a tank top, some sweats, and my hair is in a do-rag. So, I am ready. Let's get into this episode and see what happens. Like, before we even get started and they replay what happened in the last episode, this janky ass nigga really said it is unfair for Tammy to have said to Irene and Glenn, you are not allowed to use this N word. The fuck are you even talking about, sir? What are you talk about? It wasn't fair and it was toxic. Are you high? Nigga, is you high? Okay, let me just watch the episode before I get angry again. Because I know I'm high on allergy medicine, but did David is David reasoning that, I know I'm crazy, I know I'm high, I know that's not what this man said, that what's happening to small businesses is more important than race relations and what's happening to people of color in this country based on the color of their skin, that they're not being able to go to a store and come back home safely. They're not being able to have a traffic stop and leave out of that situation alive. They're not allowed to go in the store and come out without their neck being laid on for 8 minutes by a policeman's knee. And when there are literal people recording and asking you to stop, you just apply more pressure. That's less important. Children are still being lynched out this motherfucker, but that's less important than what's happening to small businesses in this country. Is that what I know that's not what he said. I know that's not, that can't be what that black man just said. I refuse to believe it. Are you, okay, nope, no. Like, David brings forth a sigh deep from the bottom of my soul every time he opens his mouth on this show. Like, I'm just tired. I'm tired. So we gonna jump to a different topic because they had an incoming message. We gonna get back to this David and Tammy shit because the coon tap dancing is, oh my god. So they talk about Beth being the first openly lesbian woman on a reality show, and she talks about how difficult it was for her and how she got jumped because they thought that she was by a bunch of cowboys and stabbed because they thought she was a man because she had short hair. Like, it was just a lot. And for her, it was very difficult because this was the first time she came out. Her grandmother found out that she was gay from the show. So, she was trailblazing, and the aftermath was better because it gave her a platform to stand and be the beacon of light, to make the transition out of the closet easier for others. She has a transgendered daughter, I believe, who's coming to visit, and we're going to see how that goes. All right. Jesus Christ. Okay. All right. Like I this man said, what about us killing each other? Black on black crime. You know what that is, beloved? It's called crime. Just like white on white crime, it's just called crime. Asian on Asian, it's just called crime. It's crime. And it's crime of proximity. This black on black business happens in every race. It's a crime of proximity. Normally, when a crime is being committed, it's being committed by those who you are closest to. But okay, I digress because we not. And he said, sometimes he talked about how heavy it is, and it's a heavy burden, and we know that because we have been carrying it on our backs this whole time. And he just, oh God. Like your life is valuable to us in your community, and you just seem so nonchalant about it. What if it was your son? I, your beautiful black daughter can, the same thing that happened to Sandra Bland can happen to her. And then where are you? Where are you then? Is it still just, oh, what about black on black crime? What about all lives matter? What about all of these things? Does it have to touch you personally for you to give a damn? And it has touched you. I know it. There's no way you've gone through this life and haven't had some type of experience being a black man that you just, I just, no. Especially when they play the clips from back when you were first on the show wearing the Malcolm X jersey, saying the things that Malcolm X said. Like, I don't, how did you get from here to here? How did you go from Malcolm X to Ben Carson? I don't get it, and I don't understand. And it hurts my feelings, and I don't even know you. But as my black brother, I love you, and I would be willing to lay my life down for you. To stand in front, oh God, I can't. This is heavy. I can listen, and it's sad. And he seems so lost. And Tammy seems just as flabbergasted as I am as the things coming out of his mouth. Like, how are we in the same skin and you don't see it? Or are you being willfully ignorant to what's happening around? You know what? Let me go back to the episode. So, Jesus Christ. So, they're having more conversation about this, and David says, well, and David's like, well, you kind of have to care about this type of thing. He's like, I don't have to care about anything. I just want to tote drugs, make money, and that's it. Okay. You can't do that if you're dead because you went to the store to get a tea and they shoot you because they thought you stole something and your cell phone was a gun, beloved. And then Beth comes in and she sits down and she was like, well, this could be, we have a good platform. We can get the word out and educate people. And he was like, that's too heavy of a crown. I don't want to put that crown on my head. And so Beth rightly asked, well, what does your daughter think about it? Don't you bring my motherfucking daughter in this. Okay. Beth, we won't bring your daughter into this. And he's like, it's just the way the game is. You have to learn to play the rules. And that is a popular rule of thought, is that you can't change the system. Sometimes you have to, unless you're within it, and sometimes you have to get into the system to be able to make changes from within. I'll even give you that. Uh, Tammy says, well, that literally is a slave mentality. I'm just going to follow the rules with the master. It feels very much like, well, if they had just complied. This is what it's giving me. It's not giving me get in the system, follow the rules as they are so you can get into the system, so you can start breaking the system down from within. This is giving me, well, if you just complied, you wouldn't have this end result. It feels very victim blamey to me. That's what it sounds like it's coming across. And Tammy was like, that's a slate. Go ahead and keep picking the cotton for master. All these other things. And he was like, you're not going to throw these blanket things on me. Beloved, if you are not a part of the solution, you are most assuredly a part of the problem. And silence means sometimes it means you're being complicit with what's happening if you don't speak out. And I feel this is where the left turn is going to happen, because he's offended now because she threw the slave, you acting like a slave. It's giving very tap dancing coon to me. But who is me? We gonna see. This man's comeback was, I have a slave mentality because I wear a wig. And this chick is sitting here wearing a wig. What does a wig have to do with? I'm confusion. Confusion is me. What does a wig have to do with you? You don't want to rock the boat. You don't want to take on the responsibility with the platform that you've been given to try to incite some type of change in the way that your brothers and sisters are being treated across the country. What does the wig have to do with it? I don't. What? Okay. Oh, if you know, please jump down in the comments and explain to me what her wig got to do with anything. Now, Tammy said to this man, the rule, he was like, I gotta play within the rules. I need to stay in my own lane. But what you're misunderstanding is the rules are messed up and need to be changed. So playing within the rules is not going to work in this particular situation. And she said to him, when your daughter has a son, and he too has to play by the same jacked up rules because his granddaddy decided that it wasn't worth the fight. That's what's sad about this whole situation. And then it started to get, he talk about she's a bald headed bitch and he gonna snatch the wig off of her head and all this other stuff. And Tammy is eating that ass up. She's like, if you want to have a dialogue, we can have a dialogue. Hell, instead of you throwing out one-liners that keep falling flat, let's have a genuine, open, honest conversation. But this young man, he's clearly not willing to do that. And Tammy is like, and this is him showing us that he is still the same David from 1993. And he talked about something, you got the right one, baby. Okay, baby. Not from the 30-year-old Diet Pepsi commercial, love. Not okay. And she was like, and that fell flat just like your entire career. Oh no. Oh no, our table, it's broken. Now the white people is stunned because the two niggas is fighting with each other. He talk about he finna get put off the show again because he gonna snatch that wig just like he snatched that blanket. I understand now why Mr. Reggie shows up. Let's watch the rest of this. Jesus Christ. Okay. So Tammy and the other roommates are sitting down having a conversation. Why do the white people get it and the black man is like oblivious? Like, I don't, like, what the bizarro Black Mirror world is happening. Now he said he tried to correlate, trying to educate white people about what's happening to us and having them be allies and use their privilege to educate in their homes and then fan it out to their friend groups to try and have these open honest conversations to try and end racism, to him saying that, well, a pastor is not going to get no money out the congregation if he can't convince them that they're going to hell. What? So we have to convince, like I don't understand your reasoning. He keeps saying, oh, we got to get right within our community first and then spread it out. So we just supposed to continue to watch us being murdered for no reason until every single black person is correct? And is that what you're saying? So our lives don't matter until it's deemed that we're all upright. Not the fact that we're mere human beings and we deserve not to be murdered for no reason, but all of us as a black monolith have to be upright standing citizens for our lives to become valuable enough for them not to be taken for no reason. Is that what you're saying, beloved? Because that's what's coming out. That's what I'm hearing when you talk. Oh, Jesus Christ. John took me out. So David is doing a whole fucking lot. Like, they have moved on. They are making lunch. He is still on the phone, I guess, with his child's mother. Talk about Tammy's wig, and he glad his daughter's not a bald headed hoe who don't have. She got hair down her back, and she don't have to wear a wig. And I'ma snatch that wig off that bitch's head and bop bop bop. And Tammy has said several times, "Would you like to have a conversation?" Because you're doing a lot of back and forth behind. And Irene is like, if he touch her, I'm pouncing. That's it. It's over. He's just gonna have a well whooped ass up in this house. And she was like, would you like to speak to my husband about this? And he was like, bitch, the fuck are you talking about? I don't want to speak to your motherfucker. Okay, cool. Tell me, she's like, at the end of the day, I'm a girl and this is a man. I'm a woman and this is a man. And we don't play them type of games. So she called her husband and said that you might have to come over here. This guy and I got in an argument. He's doing the most with the least. Cammy ain't really get a description out of what the nigga was doing. Reggie was like, all right, here I come. I said, ooh. Black men, protect your women. That's all this is all we ask for. It's all we're asking for. And then he was like, they was like, Reggie's on his way. John tapped Tammy on the shoulder. Was like, make sure you tell him it's not me. That thing took me, Jesus. I said, oh God. John said, here's what's not gonna happen. Mr. White Man, is not arguing with you. Jesus. And anytime Beth even says that, she wasn't even saying anything to, I don't even think she was saying anything, David. And you shut the fuck up. Ain't nobody talking to you. That would have caused the jump off with me, right? Who the fuck is you talking to, bruh? Because I'm not waiting for my husband to come on. I understand that I'm a girl and you a guy. You weigh part of one of my hips, nigga. I'm finna dust your ass right in this house. Because I'm not the 1, the 2, the 3, and or the 4, sir. Who the fuck you think you talk to? Child, I wouldn't. The devil. Well, it appears that David has been saved by the showrunners, and this is not the first time this happened, because when they had that incident before, when he snatched that blanket off of her, Tammy called her boyfriend that night to come get David ass, teach that ass a lesson. And the showrunner had to come get him and remove him from the house at that time, because he was about to get knuck if you buck, motherfucker. And now the Kevin Lee, the executive producer, has like, come take a walk because we're not having any fights. because they're gonna let Reggie get there and they're gonna calm him down so they can probably continue with the situation. We don't have to fight here in the house. Come out on the street. That's public property. Come out on the street and talk all that yang yang. You're not gonna be protected in this house and talk mad cold money shit, and then but you can't come. You can't be a grown man and come out and use your ass to cash these checks that your mouth wrote, bruh. That's not how this works. Whew, God. Not Reggie. 30 seconds into getting there, he was like, them cameras, you can cut all that shit off. This is not for fucking TV. I'm not for play, motherfucker. Whoo, Jesus. Mr. Reggie said, I'm not. That's not what this is about. This is and then David talk about, I'm not gonna let that bitch run over me like she ran over me the last time after you assaulted her. You mean? I really want people to understand at the beginning of this, there was apologies and everything made, even though I never thought she owed him an apology. He received the consequences of his actions. Now, while the word rapist may have been inappropriate to use, she never used that word. But what you did do was assault her. And she had every right to be upset and traumatized by it. She didn't do it to you. You did it to you. You know what? Yeah. Because when you do clownery, the clown is going to come back to bite you. Reggie came in and immediately chucked his bag on the floor. Where's he at? He heading up the stairs. Mr. Reggie, he said he put his hands on you. She's like, no, he did not put his hands on me. Because Tammy is really trying to bring this back down to where so it just be a conversation. Because right now, Mr. Reggie is at a 24, like, pow, pow, nigga. It's that kind of situation. He going upstairs. He's like, what's his name again? He's like, he's hollering his name as he walks up the. Now, all the little white people is in the kitchen trying to make Rice Krispie treats. Like, oh, this is taking a left turn into none of my business. Oh, Jesus. Whew, God. When you have a real man who is willing to protect his woman at all, come on, Jesus, come on. Okay. That's what, Lord, did you see that? That's all I'm saying. That's what a nigga that don't play about me. He don't play about me. Don't do it to yourself. So Reggie is looking all over the house for David. He hollering his name all over the house. He gone. Tammy is steady trying to talk this man down. She's like, look, babe. Reggie said, I hear what you're saying, and I understand it. But at this point, he gonna have to talk, man to man, he gonna have to talk to me and address the disrespect. Because what I don't do is I don't play about my, I know that's damn right, Mr. Reggie. Listen, Mr. Reggie said, I'm gonna sit here until he comes back. Oh, God. You can't sit here until he comes back, babe. He's like, we got bond money, so whatever it's gonna be is what it's gonna be. He's like, I don't give a damn about none of these cameras and shit. I'm talking about me and you. This the real shit. I said, oh God. Mr. Reggie said he don't give not one fuck, two fuck, red fuck, blue fuck about any of the shit that y'all is talking about. Glenn said, I was over here trying to make the Rice Krispie treats, and I found out later that Reggie likes Rice Krispie treats, so at least I was close enough to save myself if I had to. Fix it, Holy Ghost. Fix it, Jesus. Fix it. Oh, Jesus. Oh, my God. Now, Irene and Beth's, Irene's transgendered nephew and Beth's transgendered son are supposed to come over to the house, and they like, well, I don't feel comfortable right now because Reggie is outside. He a ticking time bomb, and if David bring his ass back at any point when them children is there, Mr. Reggie love to cheer, but he ain't gonna give not one good goddamn about any of that bullshit because he gonna dust that nigga up. So I don't think the kids are gonna come by. And John is just like, I just want him to know that my name is John and not David. I'm not the one he's looking for. So it's about 7 minutes left. This is part one. So something else is gonna happen. They gonna suspend the children from coming, but something else is finna happen. They're gonna show up. Reggie is humongous, and David is like this big. I don't. It's not gonna go. It's not. You should watch your motherfucking mouth. Is all I'm gonna say. Okay, they tell Reggie he not coming back to the house. So she talks him down off the ledge, and they get Reggie to leave. They're gonna have the kids come over. They're making dinner and stuff. Listen, Glenn is funny because when Tim came in there and said Reggie not leaving, and he was like, "Okay, well make him a burger too." Shit. Finally, Reggie leaves, and Tammy explains to the Dodo Birds why she called her husband. The why explanation was even needed with the way he was acting. And Irene is so fucking flip-floppy, talk about, well, I don't think she should have called her husband. Just because he doesn't know how to keep his mouth shut and he keeps saying mean things. If a nigga's calling me a bitch every 35 seconds, talk about he's finna snatch my wig off my head, and my husband is a phone call away, I'm calling my husband. Because if you put your hands on me, I'm calling him. I'm calling before you can even do that. Because if you put your hands on me and I call him, that nigga coming to air this whole motherfucker out. White people, black people, whoever, doesn't even matter at that point. He gonna air this whole motherfucker out. So while it's just a matter of disrespect that can be spoken to, let's do that. Okay? But she's like, I'm not gonna handle it like we did the last time where I say it's either him or me, gotta go. None of that. We're grown, we'll be in the house, we'll do such and so and everything. David is playing the victim again. I have more to lose than anybody in this house. Well, then you would think you would learn how to act like you got some goddamn sense. Oh, okay. It ain't but a minute left. We'll see what happens at the end. That's how the episode ended. David have a level of victim mentality, I believe, that is insurmountable. So I don't even know. He need to go sit on. Where's Ayala? She need to come put him in her bosom and get him. And he needs some mama love. So he needs something. He need to talk to somebody because my God, on today. But yeah, that's it. That's all I got. Denny, I await the dissertation. Listen, I'm here for it. I'm here for all of it. Like, comment, and subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a kid, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.